And when I got the news from the AFS headquarters that I was going to live with the Ferdins in Sandwich, Illinois, first I could not find the Sandwich on my map. And so I had to go to a library to take a look at to find the Sandwich, where it was, and luckily I found it. This morning I was telling everyone that I was once invited to give a speech at, I think, a church group. And I said, we Japanese people eat lice, and they're very delicious. And one of the ladies who was sitting in the front row looked very startled, and she said, do you really eat lice? Yes. Yes, we boil them, and they taste very, very good. And but then I soon discovered that I had made a terrible mistake, I was lucky enough to represent her in Japan all through the 90s for 10 years in a row. And I invited her to Japan every year for 1 week. And each time I arranged lectures for her and charity dinner functions and meetings with the prime ministers or the emperor, that kind of thing. So I looked after her, and also I tried to raise a fund for her foundation, Margaret Thatcher Foundation. And my class was about 80 people, and I have a feeling probably there'll be like 40, 50 people there. I'm really looking forward to it. And we are very lucky to have this social network, Sandwich High School class 1963. And so we have been exchanging news, photos quite regularly, almost every day. So that kept our bondage very, very strong. I mean, a very natural friendship with many people, and as well as the language. And so in that context, I said, my international career started from Sandwich.
Wow. What other languages do you speak?
German, French, and Japanese. But, okay, if I rated my Japanese as 100, probably my English is about 90. And German, French, probably like a 40, something like that. But I can still get by, the daily conversation.
And what are your plans for the rest of this weekend, for the reunion? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I am going to attend the dinner tonight at 50th anniversary reunion, class reunion. And my class was about 80 people. And I have a feeling probably there'll be like 40, 50 people there. I'm really looking forward to it. And we are very lucky to have this social network, Sandwich High School class 1963. And so we have been exchanging news, photos quite regularly, almost every day. So that kept our bondage very, very strong.
I mean, is this like on Facebook or?
Yes, something like that. But we have created our own place there. And because I'm still quite active in doing business, and also I have been giving many lectures to universities and corporations, and on the subjects primarily on how to become a sort of global citizen, and not only the language, but also your attitude and manners, common sense, how to get dressed properly for different occasions, and your body language and that kind of thing. And so I was giving 2 lectures last week, and one entertainment golf game, and so I decided to come, at the last minute. And so I could not find any direct flights from Tokyo to Chicago. They were all fully booked, and so I had to come via Washington, D.C., then back to Chicago. And the funeral of Lady Margaret Thatcher. I was lucky enough to represent her in Japan all through the 90s for 10 years in a row. And I invited her to Japan every year for 1 week. And each time I arranged lectures for her and charity dinner functions and meetings with the prime ministers or the emperor, that kind of thing. So I looked after her, and also I tried to raise a fund for her foundation, Margaret Thatcher Foundation. So I think I raised enough money to contribute several million pounds. So it's about $7 or $8 million in total during these 10 years. And I think British government sort of kindly evaluated that and selected me and my wife to be the only civilian Japanese to be invited to the funeral, which was quite an honor and very memorable occasion. And so this kind of a thing, sort of summing up my my career, summing up my my life, has been happening, these couple of months.